We just got a buttload of concept art for Avengers Doomsday, and it shows a lot of different characters in a lot of different scenes. There's a lot to talk about here. So here's the first one. We gotta take this all with a grain of salt though, you have to remember, because we've seen concept art for other shows and movies, and the movies had nothing to do with what we saw in the concept art. So again, just take this with a grain of salt. All this doesn't mean we're gonna see these exact scenes in the movie. It's just concept. So the first one we have here is of Doctor Doom and Robert Downey Jr. playing him. And to be honest, Emperor or God Emperor Doom or whatever his name is, he has the best costume design in all of Marvel in my opinion. He looks so sick in this. If he's got some Iron Man hybrids within it too, he will be the coolest character in Marvel and might crack my top 3 for favorite characters, but I'm easily swayed. But this just looks so sick with the green, the gold, the white, the silver, the everything. And if we get some Iron Man vibes within it, oh my god, that'll be so sick. And it has like a medieval vibe. It's I don't even know what to say. This just looks amazing. Next up, we got Peter Quill sitting with White Vision with his arm around him. And the Vision Quest show comes out pretty soon, so it's a safe bet Peter Quill's going to be in that, because otherwise it wouldn't really make much sense to be seeing him in that. Pretty cool dynamic we haven't seen before. Not much else really to talk about here. Next up, we got this, what looks to be a woman version or female version of Ultron. I don't know much about this character. I've seen a little bit on TikTok about her, but I'm assuming it's a female version of Ultron. If you guys know anything about her, I'd love to hear it. Just let me know what she is, because this is the one thing I don't really know about in this. Now this one I'm super excited for. It's the Black Panther recast, carrying on the torch of Black Panther, moving from Chadwick Boseman to, the rumor is, Damson Idris. And I love that casting. I think that's perfect. I really hope it's true, but I loved him in Snowfall. I think he's an amazing actor. And because he's supposed to be on the younger side, because of how young his son is in the end of Black Panther 2, it would make sense. And I think that would be a beautiful casting. I love the actor, and I love the Black Panther character. He's one of my favorite Marvel characters. To see him as that actor as well, I think it would be a great option, and I can't wait to see more Black Panther. I was so excited for Black Panther 2. It was so sad to hear about Chadwick Boseman, and I just wish he was still here to carry on that movie, because that franchise was amazing. But at least we're going to get some Black Panther content still. Next up, we got a photo of the Hulks together. And this is the part that I kind of least care about. It looks like the Hulk is leading a village or ruling a village, which is pretty cool. We're getting back to the conquering Hulk that we all know and love. But the other two, Scar, I think his name is, and She-Hulk, man, I don't really care about those two. And I hope they don't get more than 2 minutes of screen time in this movie. But whatever, it's not a big deal. This isn't really that big of a leak to show this fan art. It's cool to see that they're in like some medieval town, which seems to kind of be a vibe with all of this. But now we got what looks like the Young Avengers with Wong, Peter Quill, Ant-Man's daughter. I think that's Wanda's children, and Kate from the Hawkeye show, I believe, and the Miss Marvel girl. I don't know her name. I did not watch the show. I don't really care. Looks like the Young Avengers though. That is what this is. Not sure what Wong and Peter have to do with this, but looks pretty cool. I don't really care about the Young Avengers at all, or any of the characters. They all kind of are annoying. Hopefully they don't get a lot of screen time as well. And here we have another final Doctor Doom photo, and this one shows Doctor Doom's suit. This is the one I'm most excited for. It shows Doctor Doom's suit. It kind of has an Iron Man vibe to it. If I zoom in really quick right here, you can see it has an Iron Man vibe to it and a God Emperor Doctor Doom vibe to it. It's a hybrid, and I think that's perfect. I think this is the coolest character design, suit design, any design I've ever seen, and this might be the coolest character in Marvel history. It might be a little bit too soon to say so, but I'm hyped to see this character in live action, man. And again, we're getting a lot of this medieval vibe, and I'm here for it. This is so sick. And we see, it looks like, I believe, Sue Storm beside him, and Reed Richards' son. And then to the left is Doctor Strange, which is Iron Man, God Emperor, Doom's right-hand man, it looks like. And the vibes this is giving off, every single thing about Doom so far has been so sick, and I'm so here for it. But again, we got to remember to take all of this with a grain of salt, because remember what happened with Spider-Man No Way Home when we saw that symbiote Spider-Man suit? We need to take all this with a grain of salt. This is all concept. That's the key word here. I really hope this is what Doom looks like in this photo right here. And that's honestly the main thing. I just really hope Doom looks like this. And I think a great idea would just be to start the movie off with Doctor Doom coming in and killing the Council of Kangs, killing the Avengers, killing a bunch of different universes, heroes, I guess. Something like that. I don't know, man. I just really hope they do Doctor Doom right. We could see some really dope shit here. And they better handle this right and not treat it like they're spin-off shows and spin-off movies. They need to treat this like Endgame and Infinity War. And if they do, this could be amazing. The one thing I'm worried about is there's no build-up. I'm assuming they're going to introduce Doom within Fantastic Four. But that's the only movie we're going to hear about him. Like, Thanos got introduced so early. And there was so much build-up towards him. It's like, I just hope they do something for Doom other than an end credit scene in Fantastic Four. We just need some more build up, that's all. But I don't like this, because this just built my expectations, and I just hope we see some dope shit with this, which is good and bad. Expectations were so low before, now they exist, which is, again, good or bad, who knows. Let me know what you guys think about all these. And one last thing, guys, I have my own comic I'm writing and working on right now. I'm selling 100 copies of it, and I'm shipping them out once I'm sold out of the 100 copies. And if you go to the top of the description, you'll see the link to it. Or if you go on my page, you can see it on the top of my page, the link. It's my own comic book. It's been a dream of mine to create my own comic book. And me selling these is going to give me the ability to actually create it, because there's a lot of time and effort that goes into this, and it's honestly quite expensive. So it would mean the world if you guys would check out my comic book, pre-order it, that would be amazing. And then once it's sold out, we're shipping them all out. There's only 100 copies I'm printing, and you can never get them again. This is the first edition. And yeah, that's all. If you guys would check that out, it would mean the world to me. This is my passion.